What's up, YouTube? It's just Brandy, and let's talk Love and Hip Hop Miami. So, this most recent episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami, which is a show that I just can't get into it. It's not one of the Love and Hip Hops where I'm like, oh, I just have to watch. It's kind of like Growing Up Hip Hop. It's just a show that, for whatever reason, I just can't get into it. And I feel like it's because it's too many people on there. It's too many storylines that I don't have time to really connect to the characters, or they don't have cast members on there that I feel like I really connect with or I'm really interested in. Miami is a lot of just randoms and up and coming people versus people that are already established, like a Love and Hip Hop New York, or even Hollywood. So I'm not that into Trick Daddy and Trina to really even want to see them, and they're not even very present on the show. Well, Trick Daddy, he shows his ass every time he can, just embarrasses himself on that freaking show. But Trick Daddy's current wife, Joy, been trying to get a divorce. This was her same storyline last year. She wanted a divorce. She was trying to get a divorce. He was saying he didn't want to give her no divorce because he don't want her to be happy, which is petty. Which to me, I can't believe that no attorney didn't contact her then. And how much are you getting paid on the show that you don't have enough money from being on the season of Love and Hip Hop that you can't pay to get this divorce or whatever? So she wants him to pay. He like, no, I'm not paying for it. So she's saying she sell hair or she style wigs or something like that, and she want to open up a store. Obviously, it's not lucrative enough for you to be able to get an attorney. They saying it's $25,000 to $50,000 for her. She did a car wash trying to raise money. Did you really think you was gonna raise $25,000 on a car wash? How much do you think people are going to pay for you to wash their car? Like, what type of soap are you using? You was just at one of them little quarter washes. So I don't know. So Trick came to see if it was true. Like, I can't believe this hoe is really out here having a car wash trying to raise money. Like, seriously. So he came, she got mad. Then Trina shows up, and Trina gives her an envelope with supposedly a check, I guess, for the money so she can get a divorce. Trina is her cousin. Now, my thing is, she's saying she's been trying to get divorced from him for several years. So why is it just now that Trina is giving you the money? Why she been ain't gave you the money? I remember last season she was dating Pleasure P, like she was out dating and everything. So who are these people that you're dating that they didn't want you to give you the money to get a divorce or whatever? Like, but why now on Love and Hip Hop is Trina giving you the money? Why is it that she didn't gave you the money before this show even started? Because she said you've been trying to get a divorce this whole time. She's the reason that you even met Trick Daddy, because she was around him. That's your family or whatever. So whatever. I believe that is just for show. So I guess we'll see if they get a divorce. He crying broke. She obviously ain't got no money. I don't understand why the divorce is gonna be so involved. Of course, they saying he got tax problems and all type of bankruptcies and everything like that. But you knew, she said, I thought he had that cleared up. You knew that when you met him. See, what you thought was you was getting one thing. You thought you was getting with somebody for the money that they had, because that nigga ain't never been cute. So you was getting with him because you thought you was getting to live a lavish lifestyle, and then look, then he fell on hard times. Now you want out, but you still want him to pay. I don't even believe that she ever loved Trick Daddy. I don't. I believe that it was all for the money, because the nigga is ignorant, and besides him being ignorant, he's unattractive. So it is what it is. And like he said, all that money that I was giving you back in the past, what you do with all that? Like, she don't even look, you know how you could see like certain athletes or certain like music stars, like you see their spouses or significant others and they just look like money. The drip is there, like the hair, the makeup, the shoes, like you can just see it. Like even like on Basketball Wives, Evelyn Lozada, I don't know where she getting this money from, but she stayed dripped up. Like they look like money. Okay? Joy does not look like money when I see her. Like she doesn't have, like, so she, sis, what are you doing? Anyway, too much time. Then the other thing for this particular episode, it was like a police chase with that rapper, but I don't even know who he is. But the other important thing, I guess, like the main thing for this particular episode was I can't think of her name. She was on the Queen's Quartet. I can't think of her name. But anyway, the little girl said that she had been raped by somebody that was in the industry, and she was telling Trina. She broke down when she was talking about it. So Trina invited her to an event with the lady who founded the Me Too movement. And as they was talking, she broke down there. So she shared her story with them. And this is the part that was the kicker. When she said, how am I supposed to move on when this person is in the industry, is big, is Grammy nominated, is, making moves, is big in this industry, and has never suffered, any consequences? Number one, did you report it? Because I've never heard any allegations like on your behalf, so I don't believe that you reported it. So how would they be able to be punished if you didn't go to the police and report it? But it's like, she said it was somebody in the music industry, so we don't know if it's an artist, we don't know if it's a producer, we don't know what capacity they are in the music industry, but it's either an artist, I guess, or a producer, or executive, or something. And whoever that person is, they're very relevant today. She said, like, Grammy nominated. She said they're working with artists that I would love to work with. I was like, OMG, like, girl, I mean, at this point, say the name, like, tell it, who is it? Like, so she done planted a seed, and that's all we need is for her to plant that seed, because the internet be working, okay? The internet be working. By next week, it's gonna be some speculative stories out there like, you want to know who old girl was talking about? Oh, Jessie Woo. That's her name. Jessie Woo. This is who it was, okay? And she's from Miami, so I would assume that it's probably somebody that is like Miami affiliated. But I mean, the only person that I be thinking is like DJ. Like, when I think Miami, I think DJ Khaled, you think Trick Daddy, like you think who else is from Miami that's big? I'm trying to think of like who is on E1, like, you know what I'm saying? But to me, it's got to be somebody that's Miami related, but somebody that has crossed over, because they my Grammy nominated and working with people or whatever. So who is it? Anyway, name some Miami artists in the comments or whatever, or like some Miami producers that's big that be working with everybody, like, for real, so we can figure out who it is. I'll see you next week for the recap for next week's episode. Later.